everybody, John McClellan here, ATXHotSauce.com. That's ATXHotSauce.com. Click the like or subscribe button down below if you want to see some of our other videos, be alerted to upcoming stuff. I got a great recipe for you today. Super Bowl's almost here, and what's better on Super Bowl weekend than hot wings? We're going to make some great hot wings with our Big Red sauce. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, let's get started on this amazing hot sauce recipe. I think you're going to love it. Listen, a lot of people, they just take like Frank's hot sauce, or they take some other Tabasco or whatever, mix it with a little bit of butter, put it on the wings and cook it that way. Can be a little hot for a lot of people. If you have a mixed group of people at your house for Super Bowl, I've got a great, pretty spicy, but a little bit more calmer to the palate hot wing sauce that's for everybody, even the kids. And we're going to make it with our Big Red Hot sauce that we make here at ATXHotSauce.com. Very simple recipe. First, we're going to make the sauce itself. Then we're going to cut the chicken up. I got some hints and tips about the kind of chicken to buy and where to get it. So let's get started on this fantastic hot sauce recipe for hot wings. All right, first thing we're going to do, get a pan. And we got some different ingredients. And everything is weighed out. Got the recipe, I think, down to perfection. So we're going to try it out. The way I like to do it is I get a scale, right? We have the scale here. We turn it on. And we're going to put it in grams. That's just what I like to do. And we're going to place this pot right here on top of this. Make sure it balances okay. And then we're going to zero that out. Now this recipe calls for 40 grams of yellow mustard. Just happen to have some right here. All right. And we're going to take this and we're going to watch the scale because we've zeroed it out up to 40 grams of yellow mustard. This gives it that little bit of a vinegary taste to it because we're not going to add any vinegar to our sauce. In fact, our hot sauces have very little vinegar in them. The natural lacto fermentation actually gives it a real acidic taste already. So we don't add a lot of vinegar to that. So recommend the yellow mustard. Then we're going to add about 60 grams of pineapple juice. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear that scale out. It's back to zero, right? And we're going to add 60 grams of pineapple. There we go, 60 grams of pineapple. Next, we're going to add 10 grams of honey. Zero out the scale again. Now we're back to zero. Take the honey, and this is pure natural Texas honey here from a place down south of Houston. Fantastic. I get all my honey from there. It's pure unpasteurized. All right, we got 10 grams of honey going in there. Now, next ingredient, it's going to sound a little bit weird, but I like to put a little barbecue sauce in mine too. One of my favorites is Franklin's here. You can use Stubbs, Franklin's, your own barbecue sauce. In fact, we've got a recipe, a video here on how to make your own hot sauce. Check it out. And we're going to add 80 grams of this. We're going to clear the scale out and add 80 grams of barbecue sauce. Gives it a little bit of a tang. Let's hit that 80 grams. A little bit more. All right, got that in there. And then we're going to add, of course, our hot sauce here. This is our Big Red, one we make right here at ATX Hot Sauce. Don't forget ATXHotSauce.com. Check out our other videos. Subscribe below. We're going to take this stopper off, and we're going to put 100 grams of the Big Red in here. Zero at the scale. All right, and we're going to add this Big Red sauce. Look at the color of that. Looks absolutely beautiful. It's a pretty spicy sauce. Can be spicy for some people. That's why we're kind of calming it down before we put it on this. We put it on the chicken. All right, there we go. That's a little bit over. That'll work too. Put that back on here. We're going to do about a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. We're just going to eyeball this. All right, it's about a teaspoon there. And we've got a teaspoon of garlic here. We've got a little bit of pepper, just for taste. And a little bit of salt we're going to add to that. Not very much. We don't want very much salt in there. All right. Now we're going to take this, and if you can see this, it's all mixed up. We're going to mix it up here. Then we're going to put it over a really, really low heat. And the reason you want a really low heat is there's a lot of sugar in here, right? And you don't want it to burn. You just want it to heat up. We're going to heat it up, put a lid on it, put it aside, and we're going to make the chicken wings next. Oh wow, I can already smell this. I don't know if you can see this, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Hot sauce for everybody. Hot sauce for your wings for Super Bowl. All right, let's get working on the chicken now. All right, let's talk about chicken. This is a really, really important part of a great hot wing recipe, right? For good buffalo style, for whatever you're making. A lot of people buy them already pre-cut into pieces. You got the wing piece, you got the drumstick, they got the little bitty wing part just taken off. So it's called the flats and the drums. I like to buy my chicken not cut up. I mean the wing itself, right? Because I like to quarter myself. And the reason is, if you look here, do you see all the skin? Do you see that skin right there? That's what's important. That's what's going to give you that crispy crunch at the end if you cook it right. One of my favorite parts, chicken, right? Now remember, we're going to do this in a air fryer, so all the grease is going to fall down, but that chicken skin is going to be real crispy when we're done before we put the hot wing sauce on there. So this may be a little scary for some people, right? But it's really easy to do. Like I said, you can buy these already pre-cut. The best thing to do is you get this little notch right here, this little elbow part right here. You want it pointing at you, and you go in, and you can find right where that bone is, right? Here's the next stop. You want to cut the flat away from the drum. And you want to turn your knife over about like this, maybe at about a 45-degree angle. And then right at the bottom of the bone right here, okay, right at the bottom of the bone, you're going to slice through and hugging the side of the drumstick. And you see how that just pops right off? And what it does is it protects all this skin on here, right? Now look at this. If you buy these flats at the grocery store already pre-cut, the skin's going to be falling off. They don't really take the time to do it right. So make sure you're doing it right. Cut them yourself. I'll do a couple more here. All right, we're gonna flip this over, elbow towards me, and we're gonna cut right there. Then remember, you turn it back with this little elbow part right here. Turn your knife at a 45-degree angle, then hug the top of the drumstick right here. Boom, pops right off. And you got you another perfect wing. Let's do it one more time. Elbow pointing at me, cut right through that. This elbow now pointing at me this way, 45-degree angle. Make sure you see this. I'm almost got my blade up against the drumstick right here, going down to where the drumstick probably connects. Boom, perfect. Perfect cuts every single time. And they're going to come out looking a lot better. The skin's going to be intact. It's just going to make for a better wing. Please try this. It's not hard. All you need is a good knife and a cutting board. All right, and a lot of times these are actually cheaper than the ones that are already cut. I'm gonna get cutting the rest of these. All right, guys, we've got the chicken cut. Next step, throw it in the fryer. No, that's not the next step. We've got these beautiful hot wings here. We've cut up, they've got this beautiful skin showing here. There's a next step that's gonna take a little bit of time. You can do this a day before, a couple of hours before. First thing you wanna do after you cut them is you wanna get any excess moisture off the wings themselves. So take a paper towel, pat it dry as good as you can, right? Get as much of that moisture off that skin, all right? Get as much as you can off of there. Then we're gonna get a little bit of salt, sprinkle it on here, right? A little bit of salt, and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator, unwrapped, uncovered, for at least an hour. If you can do longer than an hour, if you could do overnight, that makes it even better. Your friends will thank you for it. So let's get some salt on this, and let's get it in the refrigerator. All right, and through the magic of television and TV and editing, our chicken wings are ready. We've had them in for about an hour or two in the refrigerator, uncovered. The chicken skin's dried out a lot. That salt that we put on there is absorbed into the fat, right, and pulled in some of that moisture inside of it. It's like a little dry rub. And now we're gonna put it in the air fryer. You're gonna love my air fryer. I just got a new one. I've been through like 3 or 4 of them over the last couple of years. This new one I got, it's pretty cool, very handy. I wanna show it to you. All right, let's get these chicken wings put in. Put a little extra salt on there, a little pepper on it too. Careful, your oven's gonna be hot. Always preheat these ovens, very important. You don't want it to heat up while it's in there. All right, we'll put those puppies in there. We got it on 450 degrees. Air fry setting. Now you can do this in a regular basket air fryer. You can do this in the oven too. I just think the air fryer, it does the crispy skin better than anything, almost as good as actually frying it. The great thing about the air fryer though is all those extra calories. I know we're not worried about that on Super Bowl, but all that extra gunk is going to hit the pan below, make for great crispy chicken. Let's give this a few minutes. All right, they're done. Now let's put them in the sauce and get it all ready to eat. my favorite part right here. Make sure when you get the chicken wings out of the oven, you immediately put the sauce on, because what happens is that chicken skin is still super, super hot, and you've heated up the hot sauce too. And then when you put it in the bowl and shake it up, kind of caramelizes all the way around it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the chicken wings. You hear how crunchy those are? That actually is just, listen to that. That is absolutely phenomenal. Get them in here. I'm getting a little hungry now too. Jared, are you hungry? Yes. We got the crew here, they're gonna eat too. All right, so we got the hot wings in here. Now you don't wanna put too much sauce, right? You don't wanna drown it in the sauce. But remember, I've heated this up. This is the sauce we made earlier. I'm gonna pour it right over the top. Not all of it. This is actually for a bigger wing batch. We're just gonna get them just so they're coated, doing well. And then we're gonna shake them up. All right, now let's go. Hot, that looks good. Look at this. All right, we're gonna get these all plated up. I like to do my wings in a little crisscross here. All right, there's those puppies. Flats are my favorites. Wow, they're so hot. Sauce is just going on there perfectly too. Get them that so they keep that skin crispy, keep that up. And we'll put that puppy right there. Maybe this guy right here. Get it all in there and arranged. Okay. Now I've got ranch dressing here in this bottle. We're gonna squeeze a little bit of it over the top. You can use sour cream, you can use ranch, you can use blue cheese, whatever you want. Blue cheese might have a problem coming out this hole, but we're gonna drizzle this on here. Remember, you got a bunch of people over. It's Super Bowl. You're rooting for your team. You wanna look good in the kitchen too, right? So we're gonna drizzle this just like this. All right, we've cut some scallions right here, some green onions, did them on a bias cut. We're going to sprinkle that on the top. I put green onions on just about everything. Green onions and hot sauce. If any meal I'm having, that's what's going on it. All right, and we're done. What do you think about that? Hot wings that everybody's going to love. They're not super, super hot, but they're crispy. Like I said, with the sauce, you can put more hot sauce in it to make it more spicy, less if you want to do it less spicy. I think it's time we probably get in here. So let me try this. Wow, look at that. Perfectly cooked. Crunchy skin. I could eat hot wings every single day, not just Super Bowl. Sauce. Perfect amount of tang. You got the ranch dressing over the top. I didn't get it on my shirt. Bonus. Guys, thanks so much. Remember, subscribe below if you want to see some of the other videos. We're putting more up all the time. We love you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Let me show you one last thing. This is what I love about air frying. Look at all that grease, that chicken grease that's not going in your belly straight to your butt, right? It is going right there. You can cook them, but they're not going to be as crispy. The air fryer is the way to go.